due to a right oblique. So here's the way they line up. Niger Morgan in center field. Jack Wilson followed by Freddie Sanchez. Adam LaRoche is the cleanup hitter at first base with 7 hits in his last 12 ABs. Then Eric Hinsky gets in the lineup with McLeod not in there. Moss, Andy LaRoche, and Jaramillo, Ian Snell doing the pitching. And Kevin Correa getting the start for San Diego.
Well, one of the nice things for Kevin Correa being in the rotation, he can utilize all of his pitches. Usually when he was a reliever, 2 type of pitches. Now he can throw them all.
And we're underway. Niger Morgan, the center fielder, leading off for the Pirates. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it's down low. Our plate umpire tonight, Dennis Sonia. There's Niger Morgan. Off to a 3:23 beginning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Check swing, but he went around. Bounces all the way back to the screen.
Niger Morgan is one of those hitters who's going to swing at a lot of pitches. And you know what? Swinging a lot of pitches out of the strike zone. Not really your prototypical type leadoff hitter. So Kevin Correa doesn't really have to throw a strike.
2-2 count. Brad Russell, the skipper for the Pirates.
There's been some tough years in Pittsburgh, as you mentioned, Mark. 16 consecutive losing seasons.
Towards the left side, and Kuzminoff on one hop. Whips him by a step, and that's the way this one begins. Here is the defense behind Correa. Kuzminoff, Rodriguez, Eckstein, Adrian on the infield. Kuzminoff without an error. Over 124 innings at third base.
Kuz has done a fine job going to his left, going to his right, making some nice plays. The one play that really sticks out in my mind is the charging of the little squibber down the third baseline, barehanding and throwing. Accuracy is a big key, and Kuz has done just that on that particular play.
Shortstop Jack Wilson takes high. .286 with 7 runs batted in. To a nothing. So again, Correa was scheduled to go on Monday in Philadelphia. The game rained out. 8 days rest. Bud Black talking before the game saying, you know, physically, hopefully that will help Correa. But that is a lot of time off between starts.
It's a lot of time off, and Kevin Correa has been in this game long enough to know what to do and what not to do in between starts. Some guys might be a little strong. You never know. Kevin Correa may have thrown extra on the side in between starts. He may have thrown more pitches warming up before the game.
It's towards right center field, and Jody Garrett calls off Giles. 2 down.
Overall, though, I think Kevin Correa has gone about his routine like he has done in the past. I really don't think for a guy like him it's really going to affect him having all those days off in between.
Bases are empty for second baseman Freddie Sanchez. .359 average. A couple of home runs and 5 RBIs. And a first pitch strike from Correa. Sanchez comes in sporting a 6-game hitting streak with 11 hits in his last 25 at bats.
Ooh, where'd that miss?
Maybe a hair inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Freddie Sanchez, the 2006 batting champ, but since then his average has dropped significantly.
On the outer half, and Correa is ahead of ball and 2 strikes.
Freddie's the type of hitter who uses the whole field, and I think in order for him to be successful, he has to do just that. He won that batting title with a .344 average.
That was in 06. He had .271 last year. Goes after the breaking ball. It strikes out. First strikeout for Correa, who sets the Pirates down in order in the top half. Nothing across. San Diego coming to bat. At the bottom of the first, let's take a look at the starting nine. It has Jody Garrett leading off in center field. The next nine, Giles, Adrian Gonzalez, Chase Headley in that 5 spot with a .435 average in his last half dozen games. Kuz, Hundley, Luis Rodriguez, and the pitcher Kevin Correa hitting ninth. Ian Snell, the starting pitcher for the Pirates.
They're expecting big things from this young right-hander, only 27 years old. You see his numbers this season. The last 3 seasons, though, over 30 starts.
First pitch swing, and Garrett out to left center field. And Niger Morgan playing center in the absence of McLeod tonight. And 1 pitch, 1 out. Here is the defense behind Snell. It's Moss in left with Morgan in center and Hinsky in right. Andy LaRoche with his brother Adam on the other side. Wilson and Sanchez up the middle. Jaramillo doing the catching. At 21 double plays turned this season by the Pirates. Tied for the most in the National League. Here's Jack Wilson. We talked about their pitching, but they're also getting it done with defense.
And what's that mean? Pitchers are making good pitches. They're getting ground balls, and that's a good combination. Wilson, Sanchez, sure gloved up the middle. And you know what, if I could comment, I love the new costumes this year for the Buccos. I love that look. The black jersey with the P and the yellow, the gold with the white border. Very nice. Big fan.
Yeah, the Pirates have been an organization that over the years have been certainly willing to experiment with colors and combinations.
Remember that 8 different combinations back in the 70s? Oh, yeah.
But that's a pretty good look, no doubt. Next time batting with 1 out. It takes a strike, 2-2.
Ian Snell, fastball, slider, curveball, and sometimes that curveball and slider will work together as a slurve. He will throw a changeup at times to left-handers. 90, 88 miles an hour on the fastball.
Now the right field side, Hinsky coming near the line and crosses into foul territory to make the catch. So 2 gone in the San Diego first.
Pitching is always key. We know that with any organization. And they're expecting some big things from Mahalem, Snell, Duke. Guys they got in trades, Ollendorf, Karstens.
Mahalem was their opening day starter this year, but Ian Snell was their opening day starter last year in 2008. They signed him to a 5-year contract, which includes options for the 2011 and 2012 seasons. So the Bucs have identified Snell as one of the young arms that they feel can help them long term. And obviously, small market team have to watch finances and try to sign the young arms when they can. Let's bounce back to the screen.
And you know what, Padre fans? If you have a Pirate fan who's a friend of yours, please don't complain about last year's season and how things went badly for the team, because this team, if you are a Bucco faithful, 16 consecutive losing seasons.
Right field, Eric Hinsky waited, now comes in. 3 balls in the air, and Snell, 3 fly ball outs. They're scoreless after an inning.
April 26th, watch us take on the Pirates at 105 and get your own Padres 1969 pennant.
Kids 14 and younger get a Padres 69 pennant presented by North Island Credit Union. Get your tickets at Padres.com. And Adam LaRoche, first pitch swinging. Eckstein from the outfield grass. One pitch, one out. Correa has retired the first 4 Bucks batters of this game. That'll send up Eric Hinsky, the right fielder.
It's still kind of hard for me to get used to not seeing. Remember the 2 names that were expected to make big impacts for the Pirates the last couple of years? Ex-Nady, Jason Bay. I mean, 2 big names that were on this Pirate roster that went on their ways to, obviously, to Boston and to New York Yankees. But those are 2 talented young players that you look at the Pirates. Sure, they got a lot in return, but they could really help this ball club.
And each of those names, of course, with San Diego roots.
That's right.
Hinsky hitting right at 250. That's a spin last season with the Tampa Bay Rays. Played in 133 games for the American League champs. Batted .247 with 20 homers and 60 runs batted in. Went to spring training as a non-roster invitee with the Rays in 08. He was an opening day starter in right field. Stayed with him the whole year. And when Carl Crawford went on the DL in August, he became their primary left fielder. And 2 years ago, he was with the Red Sox. They won in 07.
Yep.
It's inside.
Did it hit him?
Got him.
Looks like it got him on Sergeant Holta, maybe. Look at the big toe. Breaking ball from Kevin Correa. Oh, looks like it got him back leg. Oh, yeah. Uncle Holta. Bestest buddy and big toe.
1 out base runner, the first of the game for the Pirates. Brandon Moss fouls it away. 40 ABs hitting .225. Correa hits the inside corner.
Have to see how Kevin Correa reacts, because right out of the gate he's throwing some pitches, some quality pitches down in the zone. He hits Hinsky in the foot, and the first time out of the stretch for Kevin.
Check on Hinsky. Two previous starts for Correa against the Dodgers on the 9th, and no decision. 3 earned runs in 6 innings. And then at New York against the Mets on the 15th, giving up 2 earned runs in 5 innings. Kuzmanov gets it to Eck and on to Adrian, but not in time.
Well, he can scoot a little bit, huh?
He did. I thought that was going to be a double play off the bat, but Moss got down the line and really wasn't even close at first.
Moss batting from the left side, and it was not a sharply hit baseball. As we take a look, backdoor slider, chopper to Hopper to Kuzmanov, and this is a good turn all the way around. Kuz gets rid of it quickly. Eckstein with a good arm, and Moss just beat it out. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that play. It was just the speed of Moss. The Rolling Stone gathers no Moss.
No, it does not. Moss aboard with 2 outs. Andy LaRoche, the third baseman, the younger brother of Adam. Andy comes in with a 7-game hitting streak and takes down an in.
I don't think he looks anything like his brother.
Are you suggesting switch to birth here?
I don't know, but he does not look like his brother.
No similarities at all?
Can't see it. Of course, I'm not saying that, brothers have to look alike.
Andy leads back from ball 4 in a 4-pitch walk. A 2 on with 2 outs. And the 8th spot coming up for the Pirates, Jason Jaramillo. Switch hitting catcher Jaramillo. Takes a first pitch strike. Ryan Domit is out. A broken right wrist, 8 to 10 weeks. That's a tough loss for the Pirates to lose him.
Yeah, that hurts big time. That's a lot of offense that's out of that lineup.
Now back and out of play.
Especially in a situation like this with runners in scoring position. Domit in 08 hit .407 with runners in scoring position.
Got 318 overall on the year. They'll have to make do without the bat at Domit in the next couple of months. 0-2 pitch. Busted him inside. The 2 base runners in the inning, a hit by pitch and a walk. And a 1-2 to Jaramillo. Slice foul.
Hey, Kevin Correa's fastball is clocked at 91 on the scoreboard out there in left center field, but judging by the swing of these Pirate hitters, it looks like it's 96, 97.
Got a little extra zip out there tonight.
A little humpy hump on that heater.
The 1-2 coming.
A little more fuzz.
Goes upstairs with it. And the pitcher waiting on deck. 2 on, 2 outs. And a 2-2 count on Jaramillo, and Correa steps on.
I think it's going to be a big adjustment for a guy like Jason Jaramillo because no time in the big leagues prior to this year. Lehigh Valley last year, Ottawa in 07, signed in 04, so learning on the spot, huh?
As you mentioned, all of last year at AAA, 266 average, 8 homers, 39 RBIs at 115 games. Played his college baseball at Oklahoma State.
Cowboys.
You made a recruiting visit there, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, Stillwater.
I can imagine coming from Chicago or Joliet to Stillwater, you probably were thinking, where am I and what am I doing here?
Not a lot going on in Stillwater.
Good foul past Tony Beasley, the third base coach. Having been to Stillwater many times and lived in that area, I feel that I can say that with authority.
Good program, though, there.
Oh, they've had great baseball there. Gary Ward was there for so many years.
That's who was there when I took my recruiting trip there. And then Nebraska, John Sanders.
Oh, yeah. It's good baseball. That was, of course, Big 8 at that time, now Big 12. No score here in the top of the second. The Pirates have 2 on, 2 outs. Another 2-2 pitch. It's up and away in a full count.
And here's where you run into trouble with the extra base hit. 3-2, 2 outs. The runners will be going. Get a head start out of that gate.
Here comes the 9th pitch of the at-bat. And he lost it. Back-to-back walks allowed by Correa. Aaron Baldwin pops out of the dugout.
The one thing I've always noticed about Kevin Correa, I love his stuff. He's got good stuff. He's got a live arm. But sometimes he kind of spins on that front foot. I remember we talked about this in spring training, I believe. Over his front foot, over his front leg, and then kind of spins a little bit. His momentum carries him over towards the first base side. Now, whether that has anything to do with the release point or the inconsistency of a release point, I'll have to talk to Darren Ballsy about that. That's just watching Kevin Correa pitched through the years.
So here's the pitcher, Ian Snell, with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and he rips it into center for a base hit. Moss scores. LaRoche will be stopped at third. The throw comes in from Garrett. And pitcher Ian Snell with his first base hit of the season, 1-0 Pittsburgh.
I think after the visit, especially the pitcher spot coming up, he's thinking Kevin Correa does not want to fall behind to the number 9 spot being the pitcher. So Snell's thinking, okay, I'm going to look for fastball. Does that look like a fastball?
Snell had only 1 RBI all of last year. That's just the 6th run batted in of his career.
Let's take a look at that first pitch, Mark, to Ian Snell. Yep, looked like a straight fastball. It was it just kind of leaked over the heart of the plate a little bit and was elevated around the belt buckle.
Correa from the full windup to Niger Morgan. 1-1. Morgan began the game with a ground out to third. Towards the middle, the next Stein will take it himself to win the inning, but not before the Pirates pick up a run on the RBI single by their pitcher, Ian Snell.
$7.05 and take home your own free Padres 1969 replica jersey.
That's a Padres 69 replica jersey presented by Petco. Your Padres will also wear their 69 uniforms for this game, and you can get your tickets at Padres.com. I was told just prior to the game there's fewer than 5,000 tickets remaining for tomorrow night's game.
There's Jake, who is promoting the jersey tomorrow night. Enjoying a nice cup of Joe.
Juaner Sanchez to his left.
He's got the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar goggles working.
Juaner does?
Yeah.
Where's the sky hook?
Eddie Doucette.
Adrian to center field. Morgan back, watches it, and this game's tied at 1. Number 6 on the year for Adrian Gonzalez. He didn't wait around on that one. He put a charge to dead center field. And that's number 3 in his last 5 games.
Well, like Ian Snell singling up the middle. Ian Snell throws first pitch fastball. Look at how this ball is elevated. That's outer half, if not off the plate, and belt buckle high. And there's your sky hook.
Slam dunk. Sky hook.
I was mentioning Eddie Doucette, the announcer, San Diego resident. He came up with that term, sky hook.
Really invented it?
Milwaukee Bucks. See Eddie at some golf tournaments during the off season.
I guess he doesn't get residuals for that. That's in the air to center field. Morgan went back. Now comes in.
Back then it was Lou Alcindor.
That's right. Not a lot of people remember the Bucks days for him. Mr. Robertson. And
you know what's nice about, obviously, is Adrian being aggressive on that first pitch fastball, but having that guy lead off the inning, that can tie the game, and that's exactly what happened.
Kuzminoff batting. He's a guy with a hot bat. Bumped the average up to 293. You know when that one home run came, that's one of the memorable moments so far in this season. Behind third, foul.
Oh, lucky for Cruz because he rolled over on that breaking ball from Snell. Topped that slider. Watch the break of the pitch and then watch him just kind of top that baseball as he strikes it as the ball is tilting down out of the zone. So Cruz gets another whack at it.
By the way, Ian Snell, who had thrown 7 scoreless innings in his last outing against Atlanta, had not allowed a run in his last 13 innings of work prior to the leadoff home run by Adrian Gonzalez here in the second. Oh, 2 to Kuz. He went around. And the strikeout is the first for Snell.
Nice tilt on the breaking ball from Snell. A great location. Outer half, you can't get hurt out there, especially being ahead in the count. And you take a look at the side view, and most definitely Kuz goes.
Base is empty, 2 down. With the catcher, Nick Hundley. One homer on the season for Nick. With 5 RBIs and a .278 average. Gets ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. The next one from Snell. On that outer half.
You see Snell consistently trying to put the fastball away, keeping the slider down and away. You have to see how he pitches these Padres the first time around as opposed to the second time around. See if he starts to come in a little bit. But you know what? Quite frankly, there it is again. Keep going out there, and you're saying to the hitters of the Padres, until you can hit that, show me you can hit that, I'm going to keep going out there.
A 2-2. Blocked by Jaramillo.
Not only am I anxious to see the Padres pitching this homestand, a short homestand, Sean Hill and Jake Peavy on Sunday, but Zach Duke tomorrow against Sean Hill, Ross Ohlendorf against Jake on Sunday. So
good matchups.
Great matchups.
And 2 teams that have seen their pitching get off to very good starts. Just off the outside corner. And Snell walks his first hitter of the night. Pirates come in leading the National League in ERA, 3.07, second in Major League Baseball. Padres come in 4th in the National League in ERA at 3.93. Look at John Russell, the skipper for the Pirates. Two-out chance for the shortstop, Luis Rodriguez. Gets the outer half to the switch hitter batting left-handed. After a scoreless first, the Pirates got a run in the top half. Pitcher Ian Snell with a 2-out RBI single. Adrian Gonzalez led off this inning with a home run to center for San Diego.
I know that Snell tried to go after Hundley and just missed with that walk, but the number 8 spot, I've seen pitchers, even with 2 outs, maybe not give the number 8 here a good pitch to hit. Oh, they got him picked.
Hundley in the rundown, and Wilson tags him out. That'll be a caught stealing of Hundley to win the inning. But the frame began with Adrian Gonzalez on the first pitch of the inning, going deep for the 6th time this season. And at the end of 2, it's 1-1. This season come in a game and a half out. You look at last season with the record over 500, 1992. They were 96 and 66. In fact, they were, what, 1 out away from making the World Series? Lost to the Atlanta Braves. That was Barry Bonds' final season in Pittsburgh. 16 consecutive losing seasons for the Pirates. They hope to turn that around in 2009.
Francisco Cabrera singling off of Stan Belinda, scoring Sid Bream.
Sid Bream.
Former Bucco.
Spanky Lavalier's tag came up a little short for the Pirates after the throw from Barry Bonds. 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Bucks here in the 3rd. And quickly 0-2 on Jack Wilson, who flied to center in the 1st. Wilson, Sanchez, and Adam LaRoche in the Pirates' 3rd. Correa's 1-2 pitch. Off the outside corner.
We're going to have to keep an eye on the out-of-town scoreboard. Up in Colorado, the Dodgers and Rockies tied at 2 in the bottom of the 4th.
Padres start the night a game and a half behind the first-place Dodgers. Back through the box, but the shortstop Rodriguez near the back. And he gets Wilson by a step. 1 out.
We're going to isolate Kevin Correa's motion via the Coors Light freeze cam. Now, this is just something that I've noticed, folks. Kevin Correa's got good stuff. I love his stuff, live stuff. But when you freeze him there, it's just a little bit. And when it comes to hitting, comes to pitching, just a little bit. See how he's kind of upper half, kind of leaning towards the first base side, and then he kind of pivots on that front foot. I'm not saying that's the issue in his delivery. And you know what? I'll be quite frank with you. Here's what I caught when he was coming through, playing it this way, just a little bit this way, and then throwing leads him towards first. I'm telling you, if there's one person who could find it, dissect his delivery, it's pitching coach Darren Balsley. Mm-hmm. It's one little thing in the delivery, and Kevin Correa has been pitching in the big leagues a long time. Okay, he's set in his own ways like a lot of pitchers are. But to have Darren here who can really look at a delivery and pick something out, I think he could straighten out Kevin Correa.
Now, obviously, muscle memory is part of this, but how much of it is just balance?
Balance is a big issue, I think, especially on the follow-through, but it's what you do before the follow-through, I feel. Whether it could be a matter of inches, it could be a matter of a foot. But the thing that I noticed was from the belt up, his momentum kind of, before he lets go of the baseball, his upper half tilting a little bit towards the front base side, first base side, and that's where the release point maybe, just maybe, could be a little inconsistent. Because did you see the follow-through then? Then kind of like the pirouette on the front foot rather than finishing up straight towards the target.
Right. So 2 down after Sanchez flies to right. Bases are empty for Adam LaRoche, the first baseman.
Because there are times when Kevin finishes up nicely towards the plate.
But repeating that delivery can be an issue?
Right. Goes from the first base side, plants, flat-footed, and then kind of the pivot, which leads him towards the first base side. And if I've always been taught also by pitching coaches that, you know, when you pull off, if you pull off this way, you let go of the ball a little earlier. You don't stay on the ball as long, so therefore the ball is up and away or down and away. Rather than staying here towards the target, you're staying on the ball longer, therefore being more consistent out in front. And a lot of people think you can let the ball out here. That's not the case. When you slow it down, you leave the ball out up here. But it's a matter of maybe here or here. I'm talking, that's the difference between throwing a good strike and a pitch that's up and out of the zone.
Just a hair inside to Adam LaRoche.
Tried to bury the four-seamer inside. That's not a bad pitch. Did not miss by much. That was nice. Good tilt on the slider.
3-2.
Here's his foot plant. Straight. Okay, through. Let go of the baseball.
Another one just a bit inside and a 2-out walk to Adam LaRoche. And that's the third walk issued by Correa. There's Eric Hinsky, the right fielder.
I love talking pitching with Darren Balsley because he's a doctor. And that's the way he can look at a delivery. He knows the game of baseball. He knows pitching. He knows deliveries.
A first pitch strike. I know video is used so much these days, but the really gifted ones like Darren can just look out there and visually see a guy and can see.
And I'm not saying that. I'm just throwing out there what I see.
Right.
You know, it could be his stride. Maybe he strides sometimes too far. Maybe he strides across his body at times. And I'm not saying falling off to the side is a bad thing, but it's what you do before you fall off to the side. Remember Bob Gibson?
Oh, he fell way off to the first base.
He fell off in the first base dugout. But it's what he did before that that made the difference.
Correa ahead of Hinsky, no balls, 2 strikes. Off the glove of Hundley. That will allow LaRoche to go down to second. And you see how that's scored. A pass ball.
Oh, an off-speed pitch. Wow. Trying to look at it out of the hand of Kevin Correa and just did a little dance and very catchable ball for Nick.
So a runner in scoring position for Hinske with 2 outs in the top of the third. Hinske lifts the bat up and takes inside. A 2-2 count. And another deep count. This one goes full on Hinske. It was 0-2, now 3-2.
Remember we talked about the front foot from Kevin Correa and then spinning on that heel. And you can see his other foot comes all the way back around.
Popped up. And Kuzminov behind the bag. Right along the line in foul territory makes the catch. So a 2-out walk. LaRoche stranded. And the Bucks have left 4. 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up for San Diego. By Lolita's Mexican Restaurants and their new location, Lolita's at the Park, just across from Petco. And by MTS. Save gas, save money. Ride MTS to Petco Park. For more information, log on to www.sdmts.com. Thanks for sharing part of your Friday night with us. Mark and Bud from Petco Park. Game 1 of this 3-game series. The Pirates and Padres. As you see, Ted Simmons, great catching mind with the Cardinals, and Brewers, Braves, talking with Nick Hundley.
8-time All-Star.
First pitch pulled fair by Luis Rodriguez into the right field corner. Hinske gets to it in foul ground, and Luis trots into second with a first pitch double to begin the San Diego third.
Seems like the Padres have had some early success early in the count. Adrian Gonzalez, first pitch swinging home run to lead off the second. Louis Gonzalez swinging early. Snell missing with a breaking ball. Uhangi, he'll bangy just inside the pillow. Let's see if Kevin Correa can get him over now to third base.
Second two-base hit of the year for Luis Rodriguez. And now here is Kevin Correa, who has a couple of sacrifice bunts already this season. 0 for 2 officially with the bat. And creeping at the infield corner as he lays the bunt down. Snell only looks to first, where Sanchez is covering. And the 1-4 sacrifice. And Rodriguez over at third. Hey, donate your used baseball gear to any entry gate at Petco Park this Sunday for the Kids Gear for Baseball collection to help underprivileged children. It's this Sunday at Petco Park.
Nice sacrifice by Kevin Correa. Nicely done.
Go ahead run is at third, 1 out, top of the order. little encouragement there from manager Bud Black. Infield is in for the Pirates. Garrett fly to center field in his first at bat.
You know, some of the childish things that I used to do when I was playing. If a pitcher got the sacrifice down and got the runner over, and then that run ended up scoring, it was kind of like, you have a little fun. That's a half an RBI for Kevin Correa. I know it's totally ridiculous, but you know what, though?
It's a contribution.
It makes you feel good that you helped produce that run and get it across. So if that run comes across, that mark down a half a ribby for Kevin Correa.
It's part of the National League game, man.
Absolutely.
1-1 pitch. Let's see if this is deep enough. Coming in, Morgan, not very deep. Rodriguez draws a throw. 2 outs. Nigel Morgan playing center field with Nate McLeod, a late scratch due to a right oblique issue.
Morgan kind of reminds me of Juan Pierre, the way he wears the breeches and the socks. By the way, I love that look. I love that look. The high pants with the traditional stirrups. But would really make that uniform is, remember the Pirates in the old days, they had the yellow stripes on the stirrups.
Down the socks, right.
Like Bobby Clemente back in the day. Bob Prince, the gunner. Remember the voice of the Pittsburgh Pirates for so many years?
Going right down the side of the stirrup. Next time it takes down low, scoop by Jaramillo. Now you said Roberto Clemente, which was a little bit before my time. I always think Omar Moreno.
Nice.
Top of the order.
Oh, yeah.
Wearing those particular types of socks. Hit hard and foul past third. Yeah, and you mentioned earlier, 16 consecutive losing seasons for the Pirates. A proud organization. Won the World Series most recently in 1979. Has had some great teams in their history.
Great tradition.
Ball and 2 strikes on Eckstein. And fouled out to the right fielder Hinsky in the first. We are family Pirates of '79.
Yes. I know how that all started.
Sister Sledge?
We might have to save this story because there's 2 outs. I'll tell you exactly how that all started.
That is fair past third and down the line and left. Luis Rodriguez scores. Moss has to chase it all the way to the corner. And here goes Eckstein for third. The throw in with a head first slide. He's in safely. RBI triple for David Eckstein, and it's a 2-1 San Diego lead.
Leave it to Eck to give you a great at-bat, especially a clutch 2-out hit. We talked in the pregame show about all the singles. He gets a breaking ball outer half inside the pillow at third. There's an extra base hit. And there's a point to take the lead.
You're talking about a ball that hugged the wall around foul territory and then curled. And Eck took advantage. His first triple. That's the center field off the bat of Giles, but Morgan back to make the play. But San Diego picks up a run on a couple of extra base hits at the end of 3. 2-1 Padres. question for tonight. And the question is, how many times has the World Series ended with a home run? We'll have the answer for you just a bit later. Brandon Moss check swing. The appeal on to Sam Holbrook at third. No cut. Ball one. That has to be one of our easier questions of the season, especially for any respectable baseball fan.
Sure.
Follows the postseason. Of course, one happened. Let's not give too much away.
Yeah. Make him earn it.
Down low to Moss, who reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run in the second, which gave the Pirates the early lead. Since then, San Diego has scored twice. The 2-0 from Correa. Bounce behind the bag. And Adrian flips it to Correa for the 3-1 putout. Kevin has retired the leadoff hitter in every inning so far tonight.
That's huge in the inning. First out.
Andy LaRoche, the third baseman, walked in the second. Does enter with a 7-game hitting streak. So each team has a set of brothers. You have the LaRoches on the Pirates side and the Gonzalez's on the Padres side. Oh, line center field. Garrett drifts to his left. That ball had a little slice to it. It hit pretty well by Andy LaRoche, but he's the second out. Down to the 8th spot in the Bucs order. Jason Jaramillo, the catcher. Like Andy LaRoche, Jaramillo walked and was stranded in the second. And first pitch strike. Pirates and Padres opening up this 3-game series. It's a short 3-game homestand for San Diego, then right back on the road going to Colorado and Los Angeles. Who made this schedule, man?
I don't know. You know.
Didn't mean to touch a sore spot.
No, you did. Can I editorialize a little
Please
bit?
Please do.
I say go back to the balanced schedule.
You're not the only one that has suggested that.
That's just my feeling.
But keep the 3 divisions in each league?
Yeah, no more interleague. I loved the days when the All-Star game would come on and you get to see the other league, you know. The World Series in the middle of the season and the fall, you get to see the American League. And I understand it, the marketing aspect of things, and it's great at the turnstiles, no question about it. But when you have the interleague like it is, you have these 2-game series, you have this scheduling that's tough on the players.
Well, and especially here in San Diego, you know, Seattle's the natural interleague rival. That doesn't really make.
Yeah. I think they should play that series in Peoria.
Go over to Arizona. The strikeout of Jaramillo, number 2 for Correa, who sends the side down in order for the first time since the first inning. We're in the midpoint of the 4th. 2-1 Friars. home run, and the answer is two
No.
times. 1960, Bill Mazeroski in Game 7. And then Joe Carter in 1993 against the Phillies Game 6 in Toronto. Adrian homered in the second. Let's take you back to 1960, shall we, at Forbes Field. And who's the left fielder chasing for the Yankees that runs out of room?
He's usually behind the plate. Number 8, Yogi Berra, was in left field that game.
Yep. So Mazeroski into the 60 series, and Joe Carter off Mitch Williams in 1993 Game 6. Now Snell gets the strikeout of Adrian this time for out number 1 in the 4th. Second K for Snell tonight. Here's Chase Headley.
You know, my favorite story is about that home run in Forbes Field.
Back in 1960?
Yeah, but now where Forbes Field was is some offices for Pitt.
Right, University
Right. Of Pittsburgh. Home plate is like in the ladies' room.
There is a plaque
in one of the administrative buildings.
Down the line and right, fair, hops up against the wall, stays in play, and Hinsky will play it in, but not before Headley standing at second with a double.
The extra base hits are coming out, huh?
Right. We talked about it in the Honda Dealers pregame show. A lot of singles the last 3 games, but how much of that is just kind of happenstance?
And like I said in the pregame show, just keep taking good hacks, working good counts. That's a great swing by Chase, and the extra base hits will come. The home runs will come, the line drives will come, doubles, triples, and we've seen that tonight.
Headley at second, 1 out in the San Diego 4th. Kevin Kuzminoff is 0 for 1. And Snell gives a look back to second. I believe a part of the outfield wall from Forbes Field still stands.
I believe so. Yep.
Who's out in front? If you go to where the Polo Grounds stood, you can find a plaque. I'm not sure about Ebbets Field, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's something there in Brooklyn. One pitch.
Whoa!
Rode inside, but the strike call.
You know, a lot of times umpires will not give the call to a pitcher because it's just an ugly pitch. I mean, look at this. That's ugly. It's ugly the way that Jaramillo caught it. It's ugly the way he didn't hit his spot. And Bud Black did a little barking to home plate umpire Dan Iasonia. And, you know, rightfully so. Usually you don't get that call.
You know, I can remember, you bring up an interesting point, though, but I can remember watching some games. And then if the pitcher threw a ball right down the middle, it was a strike. And if the catcher didn't catch it, a lot of times the umpire wouldn't call it a strike back then just because he didn't catch it.
You got to catch it, right?
Yeah.
But do you agree with me when if the catcher's set up a certain way and the pitch is off the target, but yet he catches it in a way to frame, and it's a strike is a strike, right?
Right, it should be. But
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's an 0-2 pitch. The ball was headed right for the target set by Jaramillo and fouled out of play by Kuzminoff. But if a catcher has to adjust that much, it has to look like it's out of the zone, even if it's not sometimes. And that may have been an example of that. An 0-2 pitch. Kuz on a similar delivery in the second. I have to throw to first to complete the strikeout there. 2 outs.
Snell going with the slider. Nice tilt. 84 on that slider. Kuz out in front side opening up. That's got to be a tough pitch to adjust to. My goodness. Especially with 2 strikes.
Trying to protect.
You know, I mean, a lot of people, you know, you're sitting in the stands or you're watching at home. Oh, how do you swing at that? Well, you know what? That's a big league pitcher making a quality pitch with 2 strikes. It's tough to lay off.
Nick Hundley walked in the second.
You know what would be great? You know, you hear about these NFL experiences like during the Super Bowl. Fans can experience certain things. To actually sit in and stand in the batter's box knowing that you're not going to get hit. But just to look at an 85-mile-an-hour slider down and away. To look at a 96-mile-an-hour two-seamer coming in at you on the inner half.
The average fan would be blown away by how fast it seems coming in.
And I think it would make them appreciate the game a little bit more. Stand at a position and have like plexiglass in front of you and have somebody smoke a grounder right at you. Seriously.
Maybe you could start the Mark Grant baseball experience and have all of these,
you know what I'm saying,
elements available to people. 2-1 count. Line over the shortstop. Wilson into left center, and that's going to flood the alley and go all the way to the fence. Headley scores. Nick on his way to third now puts the brakes on. It is an RBI double. 3-1 Padres.
That ball was absolutely scorched. You talk about squaring up on the baseball. Nick Hundley did just that. Snell missed. It was down, it was in, and Nick just threw the head, splitting the gap. No chance of getting that one, cutting it off. And then all of a sudden picking up third base close, getting Hoffman, and that was the right move. Because chances are, a 2-out knock, Nick Hundley's got a good chance of scoring.
You don't want to make the final out over at third base.
That's right.
Luis takes a strike.
Cambio. Change up from Snell.
So Luis, who doubled into the right field corner on the first pitch you saw in the third, gets a first pitch changeup an inning later. Padres have 3 runs on 5 hits. 1 run, 1 hit so far for Pittsburgh. Blocked by Jaramillo. You look at the 5 San Diego hits tonight. They have all gone for extra bases. 3 doubles, 1 triple, and a solo homer. 3-1 with the pitcher due up next. And now they're just going to put Luis on intentionally. Snell will face his counterpart Kevin Correa. Correa helped himself with a sacrifice bunt in the third that advanced Luis Rodriguez, who eventually scored, but Kevin will be swinging away with 2 on 2 outs and takes off the plate outside.
Spit on the breaking ball. Look for a fastball here. That is one tough fastball to hit, though. Knee high, outside corner. even a cleanup hitter, even your best hitter, that pitch, very, very tough to hit.
Right. 1-2. Correa officially 0 for 2 as a hitter this year. He does have 3 sacrifice bunts, however, on the season, including 1 tonight. Only at second, Rodriguez at first.
Outfield real shallow with 2 outs in the pitch up. Kevin Correa can square up on something.
Into center field. Hundley will be held up at third. The throw coming in. And they are loaded for the top of the order.
Great call by Glenn Hoffman, the third base coach. Kudos to number 47 out there. You've got 2 outs. You've got the top of the order, Jody Garrett. You've got bases drunk. You know, usually with 2 outs. But this ball is hit so sharply. And Morgan was playing so shallow in center. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Glenn Hoffman put it up early enough so Nick could get back. I love that. I love that call. You give your leadoff hitter a chance to get another knock and possibly score 2.
Well, you can certainly understand Nick's aggressiveness there. He's thinking scoring with 2 outs and the pitcher up. But you could see from the replay there that Hoffy had the stop sign up when Nick was 3 steps from third base. So he could see that play well in front of him. And they're loaded with 2 outs for Jody Garrett, who has flied to center each time. One. Here's that last play. You see Glenn Hoffman has that left hand already up.
I was counting. Nick Hundley was 3 strides from third base, and Glenn Hoffman had the stop sign up. But you love Nick Hundley being aggressive because he's got plenty of time to get back to third base because the third baseman was not at the bag.
A little bit low, ball and a strike. The single by Correa is the 6th San Diego hit. It's their first single of the game. Their first 5 hits, all going for extra bases. Broken bat, liner right back to Snell, who catches it knee high to end the inning. The Friars do get a run in the 4th, but leave them loaded. Right back to the hill, caught by Snell.
Mid-game recap is brought to you by Murray Lamper Construction. When you're ready to remodel your home, call Murray Lamper Construction. They've been improving San Diego's home since 1975. or hop on the web. Go to murraylampert.com.
Correa back to the mound for the top of the 5th. 3-1 San Diego. Snell, Morgan, and Wilson, the 9-1 and 2 hitters up.
Oh, what a play that was, huh? To end that inning.
Well, what's the old adage? You make the great catch, you lead off the next inning. This isn't a prototypical example of that, but here is Ian Snell, the pitcher who helped himself with the defensive play, getting Garrett. And the Friars leave the bases loaded in the 4th, though they do get a run. Snell helped himself with an RBI single in the 2nd. Two balls and a strike. Ian Snell has his 2nd hit of the game. In fact, he has all the Pittsburgh hits.
Unbelievable. Earlier we were talking about the delivery of Kevin Correa. We're going to split it with the great Bob Gibson. Now, Bob Gibson fell off to the right side. Look at how he ends up. And watch Kevin Correa falling off to the right side. Nice.
Top of the order, Niger Morgan. Only able to get enough of that and keep it near the plate. Footage of Bob Gibson. How about us breaking that out? That's nice.
That's good work.
Ed Barnes, Tom Satursky, a great crew. Going to the vault.
I love that old footage.
I do too. That's great stuff.
And you know what? You know why you love it? Is because you and I are pretty much the same generation. That's stuff you remember growing up as a kid. So you feel that that's the best generation of baseball. Late 60s, early 70s for me. Mid 70s. Awesome. Love that
great
stuff.
Baseball.
And you ask kids nowadays that are, 20, 25, they're going to say, yeah, the late 90s, early 2000s.
Bunt laid down. Hundley bare hands. It's going to be close at first, but he got him. Took a good play and a good throw to get Morgan, who runs really well. He will get credit for a sacrifice bunting his pitcher, Snell, down to 2nd.
Check out the back foot. Oh, bang him. He was out anyway. But you know what, though? If you bang him, you send the runner back. Watch his back foot. That's nearly touching home plate. He's out of the box. You bang him, the runner goes back. You get an out plus a runner at first base. Double play in order. Mark that down. As far as, my press secretary, Ed Barnes.
Right.
Mark that down as one of my pet peeves.
Well, here's another good look at it.
Along with my overrated list.
There's no question that left foot is.
And I'm surprised the second base umpire doesn't recognize that, or one of the other umpires doesn't recognize. I know they've got a lot on their plate, okay? There's a lot going on out there, but still, a rule is a rule.
That's chopped as short.
That's a double play ball.
If the runner's back at first, like you were saying. Right. Wilson grounds out to short. Snell over to 3rd with 2 outs. You and I even spoke about that very same topic with Bud Black, and he said, all right, guys, I'm going to start watching for that. Well, maybe he saw that from the dugout.
Yep.
Well, I'm not sure what he's doing.
I think that might be one of those things to where, like when you bring out the lineup card, or maybe, I don't know, you send a note. I don't know whether you send a note. That's kind of like 3rd gradish, like sending it to the girl that you like in class. Hey, watch out for his back foot. Hey, can I walk you home from school? No, but seriously, that's something I think that you should make aware to the umpires. Don't you agree?
Put that in your back pocket, and in a situation where it may really mean something or the game, maybe pull that out.
Or how about Nick Hundley kind of just saying something as we take a look? He's out. He's way out of the box. Oh, my gosh.
Freddie Sanchez. Just missed.
You know what I wish we had up here? I wish we had one of those like pulley strings like down to the dugout where you can like put a clothespin on a little piece of paper and like pulley it down to the dugout.
Right.
Say, hey, bud, check out his back foot.
It's too bad carrier pigeons have gone extinct long ago.
Yeah.
Appeal held up there. He went around 2-2.
Oh, you bet. He hits it, it's a double. He gone.
Third strikeout for Correa, who works around the leadoff base hit by Snell. And at the end of 4.5, Padres 3, Bucks 1. Yeah. David Eckstein.
You know, I'm taking you up to the buffet one of these days. Up at Valley View, one of these home stands.
I'm a big fan of food
Trussell,
and lots of food.
Well, we will
full-time
crush up there, at least 4 platefuls. Hey now.
Look out. Eck brushing himself off. He tripled in his last at bat, and that was his first triple of the season. But let me tell you more about that triple. As you look.
See David Eckstein, the proper way of getting out of that pitch, turning back towards the catcher.
Here we are, April 24th, 2009. The triple by Eckstein in the third inning tonight, his first since April 13th, 2006. And he was with St. Louis against the Milwaukee Brewers. That's why the triple is my favorite play in the game. Two-two pitch. Guides it to the right side, but picked up on the short hop by Adam LaRoche, who steps on the base.
Well, there's a lot of love in the air, and congratulations goes out to that love. A 16th wedding anniversary tonight to Matt Briney and his wife Tanya. Matt with the Padres payroll. He's the payroll coordinator. And that's a guy to be nice to.
Oh, no question.
The payroll coordinator. Oh, yeah. 1st and 15th. You bet.
If you want to pay the bills.
Congratulations. 16 years. Anniversary tonight.
Ball one to Brian Giles. Brian is flight out twice. Once to right and once to center.
Something else we have to do, Mark Neely. One of the off seasons, you and I go down to Mexico with Eddie Ortega a lucha libre match.
Wow. That's
that was a giveaway last year or 2 years ago.
It's almost like a hockey mask. Now, by wearing that, is that insinuating that it's actually cold outside?
I guess you could wear that on the ski slopes if it's a little cold, but I think he's just a Nacho Libre fan. Remember that movie, Jack Black? That was a giveaway during the time when Nacho Libre was hitting the theaters.
3-1 pitch. Out of play left side.
You know, it's great on the flights. Johnny Avila and Eddie. When Juan gets the Lucha Libre magazines out, and they got all the wrestlers in there and their bios and stuff. That's awesome.
Foul ground, perhaps playable. And it lands on the second or third step of the dugout and hops into the crowd.
Remember the new rule: you can't go in the dugout. Right?
Can't go down the steps.
Right.
And have it be a legal catch.
Right.
So Jaramillo knew he was at the end of the line there. Now you can catch and then stumble into the dugout.
Correct.
But you can't go in the dugout and make the catch. 3-2 pitch. Staying full on Giles with one out in the Padres' fifth inning. '75th pitch of the night coming from Ian Snell. 72nd make that. And he may get to 75 during this plate appearance by Giles. He's already seen 8 in this plate appearance, Brian has.
Well, since it's the third time around, we're going to check in with Jaramillo behind home plate and see what Snell wants to throw. Nobody on base, so probably just one sign. Fastball in, trying to tie him up. Slider, curveball. See if he throws a deuce. There it is.
Walked him. Well, you saw him give that inside fastball sign a couple of times, so he was trying to really sell it, and obviously Snell did not want to throw that.
Good pickup.
That's going to bring up Adrian Gonzalez, who homered in the second, his 6th of the season. So you look at the most home runs in the month of April, he hit 7 in 2007, and he's nearing that here in 2009. Rondell White, Ryan Klesko each hit 7 in 2003 in the month of April.
And where's our next road trip to, Jayhawk?
We're heading to Colorado and Los Angeles. But it'll be May by the time we get to L.A. or not? Oh, there's the first game in L.A. will be the last day of April.
Yes, but 3 games in Colorado.
So you're insinuating he's got a pretty good chance to be atop that list when it's all said and done. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Swung over the top of that. No balls, 2 strikes. You know what, though? I keep reading and hearing more stories about the new Yankee Stadium and all the home runs going out of there. They're calling that the new home run capital of baseball.
And you know what I heard the explanation is? Because of the open concourses.
Right.
Old Yankee Stadium was all enclosed, not the whole stadium, but from the foul pole to foul pole, wherever.
And it would swirl more.
Right. The new Yankee Stadium has an open concourse, like in Philadelphia. Veterans Stadium was totally enclosed, but the ball jumps because of the open concourse.
That's a lot of money to spend for a ballpark if it's going to be a bandbox like that to right field. But I think the Yankees publicly are taking a stand like, oh, let's see. Let's have a little bit more of a sample size to see if it really plays out like that. But for now, right field, they're flying out of there. Time requested. But the report I heard today said that once they eventually knock the old stadium down, it's going to make it even worse blowing out to right. Man. Giles on the move, no throw. Ryan gets his first stolen base of the season.
So they're saying the old Yankee Stadium, which now is still standing, will, once it's down, it'll
will cause the
more
breeze towards right field to become even worse.
Huh. Wow.
Well, there's a runner in scoring position for Adrian Gonzalez. In comes the left fielder, Moss. 2 outs. And Giles has to stay at second, and it'll bring up Chase Headley.
Well, you know, speaking of open concourses, I mean, Petco Park has an open concourse, right? And the wind blows from generally left to right, but yet it doesn't seem to be a jet stream to right center field or right field here at Petco Park.
I think you bring up excellent points. There's the flags down the right field side. Headley doubled and scored an inning ago. He's 1 for 2 tonight. I guess it just goes to show you, Mother, you can do a lot of studies until you actually build the ballpark and play in it. You really don't have it. You don't know.
You want to hear a funny story?
Tell me.
Tom Glavine was a free agent. I forgot what year it was. It was the year before Citizens Bank Park opened.
So 2003.
You know what they told him? Oh, it's going to be a pitcher's park.
Yeah, that's worked out.
Yeah. And then I believe that's when he signed with the Mets after being with the Braves for such a long time.
Chase making a pretty good rip on 2-0, 2 balls and a strike.
Nice two-seamer from Ian Snell at 91. Sometimes he'll get it up to 93. But sometimes when you ease up a little bit, maybe 85, 90%, you get a little bit more run on that two-seamer. I like this guy's stuff. And then go the other way with the slider down and in. Wow. Remember the two-seamer down and away? Well, counter that with a slider down and in. Nice rotation. Now what do you look for? Missed with the slider.
Full count.
You might see another breaking ball here. 3-2 with 2 outs. First base open. You've got Kevin Kuzminoff on deck, who has struck out 2 times.
I think he's felt pretty confident with that slider tonight. He's waiting. Time called. Headley flied to center in the second. He doubled to right and scored in the fourth. Batting here in the fifth with Giles at second, 2 outs.
Oh,
just off that outside corner. And the second walk of the inning allowed by Ian Snell.
I think Chase may have been guessing, because that is a pitcher's pitch. Chase may have been guessing breaking ball, because did you see his body language? He just kind of watched that one go by, and thankfully the home plate umpire called it a ball. By the way, top of 7 in Colorado. Dodgers, Rockies tied at 3.
Kuzminoff has fanned twice so far. 2 on, 2 outs, and ball 1 low.
You know, maybe we'll have to check out the approach here by Kevin in this at bat. Will he spit on the breaking ball? Just a thought.
He's seen some tough sliders from Snell.
Will he look for number 1 in a certain area and go for it? So first pitch was a slider, correct? For breaking ball, for a ball, and he didn't offer at it.
Armio, quick visit with Snell, who kept his poise there, but I'm sure internally is thinking that he had strike 3 to end the inning to Headley. But it continues with Kuzminov and a 1-0. Another close one that he didn't get. Well, 2-0. Let's see if Kuz can get something to drive here.
Think right center. There's a huge gap in right center field. Morgan playing on the shortstop side of second base.
And a fastball down and away. 3-0.
You see Morgan on the shortstop side of second base. That huge gap. Cox Alley.
Give him the green light.
I think he might be taken here.
He is, and a strike on the outer half.
Make him throw you a strike. Now I think the key here, not to overswing if you get that pitch that's in your zone. Nice. That's a good AB right there. Plate appearance, I should say.
Well said semantically and correctly, and that's 3 walks in the inning to load him up for Nick Hundy.
So frustrating when you have 3 walks in an inning and still nothing to show for it. Hopefully the Padres can pad this 3-1 lead with a 2-out knock.
Padres left the bases loaded an inning ago. They did get 1 across in the frame, and now they have them loaded here in the 5th. Nick knocked in that lone run in the 4th with a double. There's also walked tonight. It breaks off the outside corner for ball 1.
Once again, spitting on the first pitch breaking ball. Getting the count in his favor.
Two and 0. Jaramillo took a look at first. Like it hit something set up with LaRoche. But LaRoche was not covering the bag.
Snap, fake, and you can see LaRoche not even close, but Kuzminov didn't know that.
And the second baseman Sanchez, the flip. And the force out ends the inning. No hits, 3 walks. And San Diego leaves them loaded for the second consecutive inning. That's right, Jody. Friday, May 15th. The next one, 7:05. Your Padres take on the Cincinnati Reds. And be sure to stay after the game for Friday Fireworks. Get your tickets at Padres.com/Fireworks. That fireworks coming up after the game tonight.
Sweet sombrero.
Nice sombrero. Got the flaps ready to go.
That's the Elmer Fudd San Diego Padre lid.
That's the technical term in the store, right?
How you doing?
Cleanup hitter Adam LaRoche, the first baseman, walked in the third, grounded out his previous at bat in the second. LaRoche, Hinske, and Moss.
I think the key for Kevin Correa this inning is if he's going to miss, it's now the third time around in his lineup. Missed down. You can't get hurt there. You start elevating some pitches. Doing a fine job. Only 2 hits tonight. And as you mentioned earlier, Mark Neely, both by pitcher Ian Snell.
That is down, 2 balls and a strike. Both these teams come in with records of 9 wins and 6 losses. The Pirates with a 3-game winning streak. Padres looking to snap a 3-game losing skid. Good pitch there on the outside corner. Pirates have won 5 of their last 6. 3-game sweep of the Marlins. And the Marlins were smoking hot before they ran into the Bucks. Top foul back. Correa nearing the 90 pitch mark. Way high, and it's a full count.
92 on the heater, so no problem with the velocity.
Clay Meredith is up in the bullpen. Left field, Headley in the corner. Foul ball. Tried to climb that wall and it landed a few feet foul.
Well, there's not a lot of foul territory, so the dilemma here is you go full bore, but then all of a sudden you've got some foam staring at you right in the face. So it's kind of like, okay, when do I start to give up and when do I start to feel for the wall? And that's a tough ball, I think, down the left field line.
It's certainly not a routine play there. So it sets up another 3-2 pitch to Adam LaRoche. And a leadoff 6th inning walk.
A couple of things come to mind that at bat. Remember the foul tip that Nick Cunley couldn't hold on to, and I'm not saying he should have. It's just it was a pitch that was fouled, and catcher had a chance to hold on to it. So that means another pitch to LaRoche, right? A foul ball down the left field line, just out of the reach. So Kevin's going to have to battle here with nobody out.
The tying run at the plate, Eric Hinske. Ball 1 down. Hinske was a late entrant into the lineup. John Russell's original starting 9 had Nate McLouth in there playing center field, but he was a scratch due to a right oblique problem. So Hinske gets the call into the lineup and playing right field. Hinske hit by pitch in the second, then he fouled out to Kuzminoff in the third. The 1-1. Gray up over the 90 pitch mark, 94. The 2-1 to Hinske. Deep to right. Giles fading back on the warning track. Reaches up and can't come up with it. LaRoche on his way to third, and the second is Hinske. It'll be a double. Bryant trying to climb that fence. Looked like he had a glove on it. But a two-base hit for Eric Hinske.
Well, the ball, first of all, was right down the middle. And Brian up against that fence. Nobody knows right field here at Petco Park better than Brian Giles. His hand out, feeling for the fence. Oh, it looked like he had it in the. Oh, looked like he had it in his grasp. That ball just kind of rattling around a little bit. Good effort by Brian. It looks like Bud Black telling the catcher, Nick Hunley, to go out and buy a little time.
We got a lefty, Moss, coming up. Of course, no left-handers in the bullpen for San Diego on the staff, period. And Meredith's going to be coming in. Pitching change. See the new CTSV now in stock at your local San Diego Cadillac dealer. Correa finished here in the 6th. Credit Union with 23 branches in San Diego County. We're safe, sound, and standing by you. And in comes Clay Meredith.
All right, it's time to get nasty, Clay Meredith. You got no lefties in the bullpen. You have no lefties in the bullpen. Correct English. But Clay been throwing the ball extremely well. He's got that low three-quarter delivery with the two-seamer that darts away from the lefties. Let's see if he can get out of this little mess and save Kevin Correa a couple of runs.
Now the double by Hinske that chases Correa, only the third Pirates hit, and the first hit for the Pirates for someone other than their pitcher Snell. Moss has reached on a fielder's choice and scored and grounded out. Ball one low.
Well, the infield playing back, and that's the right call because, you know, we're just in the middle of the game. You want to try to stay away from the big inning. You bring the infield in, you get a little chopper over the head or maybe a little duck snort. You want to get an out, at least an out here. There you go. Foul. But you want to get an out here. You give up a run, then you take your chances.
Leadoff walk to Adam LaRoche. Hinske doubled off the glove of Giles. Runners at second and third, nobody out. And that's bounced to short. Runner comes home. Throw goes to first. LaRoche scores. 3-2, and now the tying run, Hinske over to third with one out. First RBI of the year for Brandon Moss. And here's Andy LaRoche. LaRoche in the second, walk into the fourth. Hit the ball sharply, but line to center. Now with the tying run, Hinsky at third and 1 out. The Padres bring the infield in.
Once again, if you're going to miss down. That pitch is down. It's off the outside corner of the plate. That's why your infield is in. You do not want to get anything up in the zone and have him elevate it to the outfield.
And into left center field, a base hit ties the game. Hinsky scoots across, and it is 3-3 here in the sixth. Andy LaRoche with his 5th run batted in and extends a hitting streak for him to 8 games.
Well, you ask any hitter in this situation, just trying to get a ball, try to square up on it, hit it hard. The infield's in, it cuts down the range, and that pitch was down. Looks like LaRoche went down and got that pitch.
Armillo, the catcher, looks at ball 1 low. He walked in the second and fanned in the fourth. So that closes the book on Kevin Correa. 5 innings plus 2 batters into the sixth. That's foul past first. 3 runs allowed, all earned, 3 hits, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. And it will be a no decision for Correa. Not a bad outing for Kevin. I would say the walk's the bigger issue there, the 4 walks.
I thought Kevin threw the ball extremely well.
Stabbed by Hundley. Over to first, back LaRoche. There goes the runner, and that's line to right, headed for the corner. Giles is able to cut it off, and LaRoche to third will get the stop sign. Here comes a throw home, but a long single for Jaramillo. Andy LaRoche running on the pitch advances to third, and the Pirates have runners at the corners with only 1 out.
Boy, that crisp sound off the bat. Great extension by Jaramillo. This ball hit so hard, Brian Giles does a nice job cutting it off and still keeping the double play in order. Tony Beasley, the third base coach, holding up LaRoche.
Mujica will start to get loose. And now the Pirates, who've already scored twice in the sixth, have runners at the corner, still only 1 out. And Delvin Young is going to bat here for the pitcher Ian Snell. Former Dodger Delvin Young. Ball 1 from Meredith. Delvin Young was picked up from the Dodgers on April 15th. In exchange for 2 players to be named later or cash considerations. And on him, a ball and a strike.
Well, I know it's a tie ball game and we're in the 6th inning, but you're going to look back at this game. And what really hurts is the 3 men left on base, back-to-back innings, the 4th and the 5th. With the 3 walks in the 5th for San Diego and not being able to score in either of those innings. Still plenty of game left.
Pitch hitting Young takes a strike on the outer part. Clay Meredith pitching for the first time since Saturday.
He may have gotten a call there, but you know what? Hang with him.
Play through 2/3 of an inning Saturday in Philadelphia. No runs, 1 hit. Well, has been the last Padres win, 8-5. Runners at the corners, 1 out, the 1-2. Here off the outside edge.
Yeah, that's low. I think that pitch is low.
The pinch hitter Young strikes out. 2 away.
Looks like Clay stayed with the sinker. He maybe even taking a little bit off of that one because Young was out in front. That's the old change-up swing, if you want to call it that. Looked like he was out in front, huh? Fooled a little bit.
Pirates get back to the top of the order. Niger Morgan. Sack bunt in the 5th. Surveys strike 1. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. A 3-3 game now here in the 6th. The Pirates have scored twice. Over to first to check on Jaramillo. Runner at first takes off. Pitch low, and Hundley hangs on to it. Jaramillo gets his first steal, and Jaramillo was about to step off the bag. He gets the steal, but then he stops. He gets to the base, and now he's about to walk back like he thought that ball was foul.
That's when you're an infielder. You say, "Hey, dude, that was a foul ball."
Get him off the base?
Yeah.
And now with first base open, they're just going to put the lefty Morgan on to bring up the right-handed hitting Jack Wilson. That's only ball 3. And Clay took a little walk behind the mound. Now he's got to bring ball 4. That loads him up for Jack Wilson. Here's Perdomo loosening for San Diego.
Well, Clay Meredith up to 21 pitches now. Granted, 3 of those were kind of just courtesy balls thrown out of the zone for the intentional walk. But I'm guessing if Jack Wilson may get a hit here, you may see Perdomo.
Wilson has grounded out his last 2 times to the shortstop Luis Rodriguez. 0 for 3 overall tonight as Wilson fly to center in the 1st. Goes after that, and it's 0-2.
Good slider. Pound in the zone with a sinker first pitch, and then a slider off the plate. 0-2. You see that dot on the slider?
Wilson hitting .357 with runners in scoring position on the season. Strikes out here. Tosses the bat away. The Pirates, though, tie it up with 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave them loaded. It's tied up after 5.5. Right field upper box or right field upper reserve ticket and enjoy your favorite ballpark foods all for one low price. The all-you-can-eat menu includes hot dogs or veggie dogs, nachos, popcorn, ice cream novelties, and fountain sodas. Get your tickets today at Padres.com. Jesse Chavez becomes the new Bucks hurler.
A little bit of big league time last year for the Buccos. 15 games in 08. Last couple, 2-3 years. Spent a lot of time in Indianapolis, but Chavez is a fastball, slider, and a change. He throws pretty hard, 92 to 97. A lot of four-seamers from the righty.
Right field. Drifting back, Hinsky, and on the edge of the warning track, calls it in. One gone in the San Diego sixth. That brings up the pitcher's spot. And Edgar Rodriguez will pinch hit. Edgar Gonzalez, I should say. So all the brothers on both sides have gotten in. Of course, both the Roche brothers in the starting lineup for the Pirates. And the 2 Gonzalez brothers for San Diego. Clay Meredith was 1 inning of relief. The brothers, Adam and Andy for the Pirates, Adrian and Edgar for the Padres. You look at the total numbers.
Yeah.
Pretty close on both sides.
What's up, my brothers?
Yes, my brother.
That is so cool.
He ain't heavy. 2-2.
And you know, you take that a step further, talking about siblings being on the same team, but how about the Alou brothers back in the day when all 3 of them played for the Giants? Matty, Jesus, and Felipe. That's pretty cool.
A check swing, a pitch low, and a full count. Who was your favorite Alou brother? Can you pick one out?
You know what? Because I know Felipe, probably Felipe, and I'm a little biased there because I never met Matty or Jesus.
Yeah, I think most people would say that because his career, the post-playing days. A strikeout of Edgar for out number 2. Top of the order, and Jody Garrett.
Did you have a fave?
I would say Felipe because of what he's done managerial-wise after his playing days. But growing up in St. Louis, Matty played there for a while.
Oh, that's right.
First pitch hacking, bounced out to the second baseman, Freddie Sanchez. Chavez sets down the Padres in order. We have played 6 at Petco Park. Games you want in select seating categories and save with season ticket prices. Choose 7 weekend games and 6 weekday games. Plans start as low as $169. Call 619-795-5500 for your Padres Flex 13 plan. The third Padres pitcher tonight is Edward Mujica.
We always talk about the first out of every inning being a big one. Well, you see the numbers of Edward Mujica. Sanchez will lead off. He's a right-handed hitter, but after Sanchez, there's Adam LaRoche and then Eric Hinsky. They are left-handed hitters. Well, left-handed hitters are hitting a 429 clip off of Mujica. That's what makes this first guy even so much more important.
And Freddie Sanchez beginning the Pirates' 7th. He's fanned twice tonight and fly to right.
Oh, see, that's ridiculous.
So why is there a back line if you don't enforce
you know what? They should re-chalk like they drag the base paths in the infield every third inning. They should re-chalk the batter's box. That's ridiculous. That's a good 6 inches.
On the ground to the shortstop, Luis Rodriguez. And Mujica indeed gets the right-handed hitting Sanchez.
Well, what a difference. Righty's only 143 off Mujica. And as I just mentioned, lefty's 429.
The lefties a combined 6 for 14 against Mujica. And here comes left-handed hitting Adam LaRoche. The Pirates cleanup man 0 for 1 officially, but he's walked twice, including walking to lead off the 6th, and came around to score. Mujica's last appearance was on Sunday in Philadelphia. Through one inning, allowed 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 hit was a Jimmy Rollins pinch hit home run. The game, the Phillies came back to win 5-4 on the Ibanez home run in the ninth. Now back. The Pirates looking to extend their 3-game winning streak. Padres looking to win their 3-game losing streak. Both teams at 9-6. This Pirates team trying to end on the right side of 500 at some point. Hoping 2009 is the year. 16 consecutive losing seasons. 1992, their last winning season. And I'm sure in Pittsburgh, the Pirates organization, they're tired of hearing about that.
And you know, it's a great ballpark in Pittsburgh. Great tradition, as we mentioned earlier in the show. Nice.
Strikeout of LaRoche, 2 outs. So since 1993, let's look at the leaderboard presented by Avalanche Heating and Cooling. Your comfort is our priority. Most losses since the start of '93. Royals, then the Pirates, just 2 behind that. Tigers, Brewers, Nationals. Of course, I guess that would be Expos/Nationals, but nonetheless, it's a lot of L's.
It's a lot of unhappy clubhouses after the ball game, huh? You want to be able to win a ball game and crank that music and have a good time and have a social sparkler, possibly, you know.
Relax.
Yucking up with the boys. You lose that many games, you can't do that.
Winning makes for a lot nicer atmosphere, doesn't it? We've already seen that this season.
Well, the famous words of Nuke LaLoosh and Bull Durham, winning, you know, it's like better than losing.
Yes. It's a lot better, isn't it? You got to work on your interviews. You got to work on your cliches.
That's right. And the thing is, when you lose that many games, the one thing that you do not want is for players to get used to that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you hear coaches in a lot of different sports talk about changing the culture. I guess it becomes a culture.
Right.
Two outs, nobody on in the Pittsburgh 7th. Check swing. Appeal denied by the third base umpire, Sam Holdrup.
Oh my gosh, if he hit it, it would have been a double.
But that ball gets by Hundley.
Oh, was that a foul ball that they rule? Oh,
okay.
My bad. I thought it hit off Hundley's glove. I didn't. Did it hit the bat? Tough to tell. If he hit it, it must have been just by a little. See if the ball changes direction. No, he never touched that.
Yeah, but if he went around, which it looked like he did from that one angle, that would have been strike 3, and he could have run and reached first base. Linsky has a double and 2 official at bats. He's also been hit by pitch. Full count.
You know, you really hate the deep counts. It gives a hitter more pitches to see during that bat. In this particular 3-2 pitch, chances are it's going to be a fastball. Hinsky can lay into one and 2-out knock.
Well, Mujica retires the side in order, striking out 2, including left-handed hitters Adam LaRoche and Eric Hinsky. A good frame for Mujica. It's 7th inning stretch time in San Diego. fan store with 4 locations. Check out fandiego.com. For ceiling fans, go to Fan Diego. I love the hat.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have the sombrero, even if it is pink.
Every time I see a sombrero like that, I think of the 3 amigos. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase.
The one amigo there with the hat. Eckstein leading off, fouls it down the right field side. 3-3. Pirates scored a run in the second. Padres tied it with 1 in the bottom of the inning. San Diego 1 in the third and 1 in the fourth. And the Pirates tied it with 2 in the sixth. Chavez buries it, and it's 1-2.
Up in the Rocky Mountains, bottom of the 8th. Dodgers, Rockies tied up at 5. Clint Barmas with a 2-run shot to tie it up.
Well, the Dodgers currently a game and a half ahead of the Padres in the NL West.
Got a couple of big league ball games. 3-3 tie here, 5-5 at Coors Field.
Eckstein in the right, Hinsky back a few steps. 1 out. Eck down 1 for 4 with that RBI triple in the third. There's Brian Giles, the right fielder. And a left-handed hitter coming up. John Russell, the Bucs manager, comes out. And the Pirates will make a pitching change to go get John Graybo. This pitching change brought to you by San Diego Harley-Davidson, where we are always country first. Giles takes high, ball 1. Our pitching profile brought to you by RCP Block and Brick. Retaining walls, interlocking pavers, natural stone, everything for your hardscape needs. Create your dream yard today. Visit rcpblock.com.
Graybo, one of the 2 lefties out of John Russell's bullpen. He's their setup guy, left-handed specialist. Fastball, slider, and a change.
Second baseman Sanchez. 2 down. Graybo, 3rd best ERA among NL lefties last year. Had a career high in appearances, was 74, 6-3 a year ago, and a 2.84 ERA. Adrian with a home run and 3 at-bats.
This guy's job, talking about Graybo, to get lefties out. Bottom line, you look at the games that he has pitched in, it's always 74 innings and less innings pitched as Adri goes deep to El Centro.
Got the Padres on the board in the second, tied the game at 1. San Diego would take a 3-1 lead. But the Pirates tied it with 2 in the 6th, and then into center field for a 2-out single. Hit number 2 tonight for Adrian Gonzalez.
Well, lefty on lefty, an 0-2 mistake by Graybo. We're going to check out the Carlos Jr. pitch track. Breaking ball, strike 1, starting him off speed, and they just bring it down a little lower. And it's low, but it just caught too much of the plate.
Graybo will face a switch hitter now, Chase Headley. Ball 1 down low. Chase a walk in his last plate appearance in the 5th, but doubled and scored in the 4th and flying out his first time up in the 2nd. Ball 2 is outside. Padres have 3 runs, 7 hits. The Pirates 3 runs, 5 hits. Straightaway center field. Morgan drifting to his left. A single and a man left on. Each team has now stranded 8 tonight. At the end of 7, the Pirates 3 and the Padres 3. For San Diego, you can always catch the game on your computer with MLB.tv, the ultimate baseball experience featuring 100 out-of-market games per week live on your computer, and catch those you missed on demand. For more details, visit Padres.com, where baseball is always on. Luke Gregerson into the game.
Good numbers for Luke Gregerson and a chance for the right-hander to pick up a victory and hold these Pirates to 3 runs. 125 opponent's batting average.
He pitched on Wednesday in San Francisco and threw 2 innings about as clean and perfect as you'll ever see in relief. Retired all 6 batters, struck out 3. The other 3 retired on ground balls. Brandon Moss takes a strike. He picked up an RBI on a ground out in the 6th. And he's also scored once. Slow chopper. Gregerson scoops it up. Short toss to Adrian Gonzalez. One out. Remember to tune in for tomorrow's pregame show, brought to you by the Honda dealers of San Diego County. Visit your local dealer for the latest offers on all 2009 inventory. 6:30 tomorrow night. Zach Duke, lefty for the Pirates tomorrow against right-hander Sean Hill. Andy LaRoche with an RBI single in the 6th.
I'm predicting, I'm going on a limb, big outing for Sean Hill tomorrow. The sinker baller. Let's try to win this one first.
Sean did not get the win in his last start against Philadelphia, but threw well. Allowed 2 runs in 5 innings.
Threw well, and he's starting to get the pitch count up more, getting stretched out more.
They went 91 pitches last time out. 1-2 on Andy LaRoche. Well, we talked about Sean Hill. If he stays healthy, expectations are high for him here. He holds up and takes outside. One out, nobody on in the Pirates' 8th inning. Gregerson has followed Mujica, Meredith, and the starter Correa to the mound. Kevin went 5. Clay Meredith and Mujica each throwing an inning. Jam LaRoche, who pops it up to Adrian Gonzalez for out number 2. That is now 6 in a row retired by Padres pitching. A combination of Meredith, Mujica, and Gregerson. Houston Jaramillo, the switch hitting catcher, has singled and walked and also struck out. Belted down the right field side. Giles sees it sail over his head. It one hops the fence. And Jaramillo, a 2-out double.
This guy likes to pull the ball, huh? Second time tonight that Jaramillo has gone down the right field line in the 6th inning with a single, and now a double. A fastball outer half, and great extension from the catcher. Good looking swing.
Pitcher spot due up. A little pinch hit. Ramon Vasquez. Been a couple of seasons with San Diego. 02, 03, and 04. So he bats for Grabo with the go-ahead run at second. Ball one low. Vasquez, in his first year with the Padres in 02, played 128 games at .274. Over but low, 2-0. Look at his combined numbers over those 3 seasons: a .264 batting average and 6 total homers. Hit 3 homers in 2003. That was a high for him in the Friars uniform. Takes a strike.
Good sinker from Gregerson. Off the bench, Vasquez. Throw him that good stuff. Throw him the sinker away. See the 2-seamer grip. Not a fan.
2-2. After the time with the Padres, he has played with the Red Sox, Indians, and the Rangers the last couple of years. Signed as a free agent by the Pirates this past offseason. Jaramillo, the go-ahead run at second here in the 8th.
I'm going to punch out right here.
Left center field. Garrett on the run. Makes the catch. Jody Garrett able to track it down in left center. Jaramillo stranded. Kuz, Hundley, and Rodriguez coming up. Thing she'll really love, like a new living room from Jerome's. The 4th Pirates pitcher, Tyler Yates.
Tyler Yates, the right-hander, their setup guy, one of the setup guys for John Russell. Fastball, slider, and a change. Hard thrower, mid-90s. You take a look at Tyler Yates and his pitches. He's pretty much one of those guys, hard and harder. You know, he's got the hard fastball. The slider's a hard pitch also. His changeup also in the mid to upper 80s. So not a lot of variation between his pitches.
First pitch chopped towards the middle, cut off by the second baseman Sanchez, and he gets Kuzminoff. One pitch, one out in the San Diego 8th. Tyler Yates, who grew up in Lahui, Hawaii, on the island of Kauai.
Mahalo.
1995 graduate of Kauai High School.
Mahalo. No, Mahalam.
Mahalo. I mean, thank you.
No, Mahalam's a pitcher for the.
Oh, Mahalo. Yeah. Nice connection there. Mahalo. Aloha.
Book him, Dano.
Nick has an RBI double, a walk, and is hit into an inning-ending fielder's choice. 1 for 2.
Well, Nick Hundley likes the fastball. If he can get a good fastball to turn on. Oof.
Got some of the catcher, Jaramillo. $25,601 here at Petco Park tonight for the opener of this 3-game series. 2-1 from Tyler Yates. Bounce down to Sanchez. 2 away. Tyler Yates, 6'4", 250-pounder. 31-year-old. Originally made the big leagues with the Mets in 2004. Missed all of 2005 with a torn right rotator cuff. He's also had Tommy John surgery in his career. A couple of years with the Braves. Last year his first with the Pirates. First pitch hacking. Rodriguez, shallow center. Niger Morgan. And the Padres go quietly in the 8th. This game is headed to the 9th, tied at 3. Immediately following the game right here on Channel 4 San Diego.
Hey, there's the right-hander warming up. Or maybe not. Is that Dave Roberts? Is that the doctor?
Dave
the good
Roberts.
doctor?
Dave Roberts here tonight. We'll also be talking about Steven Strasburg.
Nice.
Through for San Diego State. Keith Bell pitching for the first time in a non-save situation.
Non-save situation. The save situation is now gone since the Friars are at home. So Heath Bell trying to hold the Buccos. Boy, 0.95. It was like my grade point average in high school. Opponent's batting average against Heath Bell. An outstanding year so far for the new closer for the San Diego Padres. Top of the order.
That means Niger Morgan, Jack Wilson, Freddie Sanchez. 0 for 2 officially, a sac bunt and an intentional walk. Last 2 plate appearances. Heath last pitched on Saturday in the 8-5 win over the Phillies in Philadelphia. And that was his 3rd consecutive appearance, 3 games in a row. It's funny how those things work out. Unavailable the next day. And then did not pitch in the San Francisco series as a result of the game situation.
Heath Bell's got to be strong out of that bullpen because you mentioned those days. with all that rest. You see the tilt on that slider, or the curveball rather? Remember, that's a curveball from Heath Bell. A hard curveball.
Old foul by Morgan. Well, there still are a lot of questions involving this Padres team. We're only 16 games into the season. Team's off to a good start. 9 wins, 6 losses. Still a relatively small sample size for Bud Black and the Padres. But I think one question that existed at the beginning of the season, that at least to my satisfaction that has been answered, it's that Heath Bell is a legitimate closer. And this is chopped tough play and no play for Eckstein in an infield hit for Morgan.
Well, elaborating on your point, I'd have to agree with you, because Heath Bell this early in the season has proven he can go back-to-back games and be effective. Back-to-back-to-back games and be effective.
And do it on the road, and do it in New York and Philadelphia. That question, I think, has been answered. There's no question Heath Bell has what it takes to fill that closer's role and do it well. Leadoff man is on here in the Pirates' 9th inning, and now Jack Wilson. 0 for 4. He'll try to move the runner down to second. Gotta watch Morgan at first, who has very good speed. 6 steals and 7 attempts. Bunt laid down, going to let it roll, and Adrian picks it up foul. One pitch. Instead of check on Morgan again. Leadoff infield hit for Nyjer Morgan here in the Pirates' 9th. And he draws another throw. Third time in the game the Pirates have put the leadoff hitter on base.
Kevin Kuzminoff really in at third base, trying to get a sharply bunted ball right at him. Maybe they can get the lead runner.
They pitch out. Morgan staying put at first. They sniff perhaps that they had switched off, and maybe we're going to hit and run or something there.
Or yeah, absolutely, no question. Jack Wilson's got good bat control. Big hole on the right side. He could try to bunt it, and he can go. Problem with that, though, is if he pops it up, you get caught like that.
Hundley comes up with it for the first down.
Nice big break as Jack Wilson just gets underneath that baseball, and like a puma, off with the mask. Nick Hundley with the grab and check the runner. Very nice. And Heath Bell saying, hey, pick up the runner. Way to go, kid.
The hitter's Freddie Sanchez, the second baseman. Throw to first. Got him. Heath picks up Morgan. 2 outs, bases empty.
Quick with the feet, and he had him leaning. And a perfect strike. Credit Heath Bell with a strike to first base, erasing that runner. That is huge.
Strike one to Sanchez. Well, they couldn't get the bunt down, so you had to think Morgan probably thinking straight steal.
Absolutely.
Oh, 2. Now looking at the Padres' ninth, you've got the pitcher spot in the top of the order. And it is shallow right center field. Giles. Leadoff hit by Morgan. Nobody stranded. You got Hairston and Burke as your most likely pinch hitters. Then Garrett and Eckstein. Heath Bell retiring the Pirates in the top half. The pitcher spot due to lead off, so we'll see a pinch hitter against the new Pirates hurler, Sean Burnett.
.176 batting average this year off the left-hander Burnett. I take that back. And looking at his repertoire, fastball, slider, and a changeup.
Hairston pinch hitting, takes outside, ball 1. Now to play right side.
All right, Jayhawk Neely, it's time to bust out some wood. Give it a rub.
I finally get to see the shillelagh, baby.
Believe it. Sweet case, isn't it? It's very well protected.
Hairston batting for Bell. Did he break the bat?
I think he broke his shillelagh on that one.
Now the Pirates scored a run in the second to take the lead. The Padres won in the bottom of the second on an Adrian Gonzalez solo homer to tie it. San Diego won in the third on an Eckstein RBI triple. and one in the fourth on a Hundley RBI double to lead 3-1. But the Pirates tied it with 2 in the sixth. And we're 3-3 in the bottom of the ninth. 9-1-2 part of the order for San Diego. Hairston, the pinch hitter, leading off. Fights that off. Fouled back. One inning for Heath Bell. One hit, his line. Check swing, but he went. Into the plate umpire, Sonia.
Oh, yeah. Scotty definitely went.
One away. Burnett has only been scored upon once in his first 7 appearances of the season. And that was against Houston. Gave up a 3-run home run to Lance Berkman. Other than that, and that's been very effective this season. Cody Garrett 0 for 4. 2 balls, no strikes. Burnett, former first-round pick of the Pirates back in 2000. Big league debut in 04. Missed all of 2005 due to Tommy John surgery. The first baseman, LaRoche. 2 outs. Well, the Padres win extra innings for the first time this season in their last game in San Francisco on Wednesday before falling 1-0 in 10. And out away from extra innings for the second straight game. And here's Eckstein with 2 down in the ninth. RBI triple and 4 at-bats for Eckstein. In the left center field, Morgan is there. And we're going to extra innings. Down in order go the Padres. Adam LaRoche, Eric Hinsky, Brandon Moss do open the 10th for Pittsburgh. Padres, 9 stranded by Pittsburgh, 8 left on by San Diego, and into the 10th we go with Edwin Moreno now on the hill for the Friars.
Bonus baseball. And anytime we get into bonus baseball and we are into the bullpen, it's a great opportunity for those guys out of the bullpen to suck up a victory. And Moreno at 0-2, that 1-2 would look nice. Second loss of the season came at San Francisco. It was a walk-off double. That was that ball to pitch to Benji Molina. So right back up on that horse for Moreno.
Four, 5, and 6 hitters for the Pirates in the 10th. And that was Molina off the warning track. Ground rule double ended it. And the Giants, despite only 4 hits, won at 1-0 in 10 innings.
Well, Benji Molina went down and got that one. That was a pitch that was down and away. He likes to do that, though. You got to get him in. Hard in.
He's kind of been hard on the Friars the last couple of years. Adam LaRoche showed for 2 with a couple of walks and a run scored. Big hack and fouled back. So Moreno is now the 6th San Diego pitcher. 5 for Correa, the starter. And 1 inning each for Meredith, Mujica, Gregerson, and Bell. Two and 1. Three balls and a strike on Adam LaRoche. Center field, Garrett to his right. Pretty well struck, but Adam LaRoche flies to center field. 1 gone.
I love the Willie Mays throw back into the infield from Jody Garrett. See that?
I missed it.
That was sweet.
Make that little flip.
Oh, yeah. Watch Jody after he makes his catch. And the Willie Mays flip. That's awesome. Love that.
Mary Kinski, the right fielder, over the low for ball 1. Hit by pitch in the 2nd. Doubled and scored in the 6th. Arguably one of the hits of the night for the Pirates anyway. A ball that rattled in and out of the glove of Brian Giles. That popped up and Kuzminoff on the infield grass. Two down. Bases are empty for Brandon Moss. Moss a part of that 3-team trade. Pirates, Red Sox, Dodgers, involving Manny Ramirez, Jason Bay. And that's off Adrian Gonzalez's glove and into right field. That's going to be.
I'm wondering if they got Adrian on the wrist. That ball was hit so hard that may have knuckled or looks like got him in the glove hand and the thumb. That ball was smoked. Watch him turn on this ball. Some serious topspin too. Did you see that bat? That ball has some serious topspin, and that's why he hits it in the glove, the thumb. Watch the swing. Watch the bat as it top half of the ball and then just rolls over, and that's what creates that's what creates that serious topspin, and that's what Adrian has to deal with, the backhand. And by the time that ball gets there, it's on its way down, and immediately as that ball hit Adrian in the glove, he looked at his hand.
Todd Hutchison, the head athletic trainer, out. You can tell by the reaction of Moss. Thought it was going to be caught, and then he saw that it knuckled on Adrian and went into right field. Base hit for Moss, a 2-out single. Andy LaRoche, the third baseman. Knocked in the tying run in the 6th. Ball one is high from Edwin Moreno. Base hit in the 6th extended a hitting streak for Andy to 8 games on the season. Grounded to third behind the bag. Kuzmanov will go across the diamond. A 2-out base hit by Moss. He is stranded. Pittsburgh is now left 10. Giles, Adrian, and Headley coming up. Tied at 3. Sean Burnett, who worked a scoreless night, retiring the side in order, back to the hill for the Pirates. Lefties Giles and Gonzalez, then a switch hitter Headley due up for San Diego. Ball one is low. Bryant is 0 for 3 with a walk. 2-0. Pete Bell worked a scoreless night. Back-to-back extra inning games for the Padres, who were beaten in 10 innings by the Giants in San Francisco on Wednesday. 3-1. Probably don't have to remind you, Mud, that the Padres played in 14 extra inning games last year.
I remember.
Going 6-8 in extra innings in 2008.
A lot of bonus baseball last year.
A leadoff walk to Brian Giles.
That's a start.
Well, you're in a spot here. Game situation would say you bunt him over, but you got your cleanup hitter at the plate, and Adrian Gonzalez.
Yeah, I say you hit.
Yeah.
You have to. Like you said, I don't need to say anything more than that. You said it all.
A solo homer in the second and a single in the seventh. He's 2 for 4.
Remember Adrian now on that line drive, his right hand, remember the thumb, he was attended to. And that being the bottom hand now, and his swing around the bat. See if it affects his at bat here. Boy, Burnett really throws across his body. His front foot going over towards the first base side and throwing across his body to the lefty.
We got 11 combined walks in this game. 5 by the Padres, 6 from the Pirates. And here's a closer look at that delivery.
See how he steps towards the hitter and then throws across his body, almost Randy Jones-like. Real left-hander. Used to throw across his body.
Adrian hacking, fouls it off. Dodgers beat the Rockies 6-5. And the Padres will need a win to stay a game and a half back. Bounce to first. LaRoche out at second. Oh, that gets by. It did not go in the dugout. So Adrian is at first with 1 out. That ball came very close, but it stayed in play.
I'm just glad nobody gets hurt here at first base as they get the force out, and then watch. Throw into the line. Burnett covering first base, and Adrian runs into his right arm, and nobody gets hurt.
I don't think Adrian ever touched first base the first time passed.
Is that why he kind of hustled back to first base and after that ball got by him?
Yeah, close. I don't know if he did or not. Nonetheless, he's at first with 1 out. Headley doubled and scored in the fourth. And has walked once, 1 for 3. Blocked there by Jaramillo. Three, bottom of the 10th.
All right, Mr. Neely, I've got a question for you. We talked about the 22 inning affair last year for the Giants, or for the Padres against the Rockies. What was your longest minor league deal on the radio? Longest game you ever did? Can you remember?
I'm going to say 18 innings.
Really? All by yourself?
Yeah. Yes.
Nice. Might be that way again tonight.
3 balls and a strike on Headley.
Burnett going from the third base side, so you get that angle down and away to the the right-handed hitter rather, on that two-seamer. And then if you choose to throw that fastball in the inner part of the play, it's like it's coming right at you. Burnett's left foot on the extreme left side towards the third base side of that rubber.
I mentioned the Dodgers won, so the Padres need a win to stay a game and a half back. The Cardinals beat the Cubs. So the Pirates know they need a win to stay a game and a half behind St. Louis in the Central. Sharply hit, knocked down. Wilson goes to first, safe. His throw brought Adam LaRoche off the bag. Adrian down to second, and the Padres have 2 on 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th.
Once again, a ball that is scalded to shortstop. A hard hit ball, but we've seen Jack Wilson make that play many times. That's going to be an E6. I wonder if Jack Wilson got that on the wrist. He's kind of folding his arms. I think he might be in a little bit of pain. Who knows? But it's kind of tough to tell off the bat where that ball hit Jack Wilson. Let's take a look. Yeah, did that hit him on the right wrist? Maybe. Kind of tough to tell.
Tough to tell, but
on the heel of the glove.
Third error of the season charged to Wilson. There's Kuzminoff. 0 for 3 tonight. This will be a great spot for him to extend his hitting streak, which currently stands at 6 games. Fanned his first 2 times up, walked in the 5th, and grounded out in the 8th. Friars dugout. Hoping for something good right here. (3-3) last of the 10th. Way high, ball and a strike. Now to play right side. A ball and 2 strikes. Sean Burnett set the side down in order in the 9th. He walked Giles to begin this inning. Gonzalez reaching on a fielder's choice. Headley reaching on the error by Wilson. 2 on, 1 out. One-two to Kuzminoff. Jaramillo has had a couple of very good blocks at extra innings that has prevented base runners from taking extra bases.
From the lefty, Burnett. He spikes a breaking ball. He does a nice job getting in a good position, smothering that pitch. Oh, he's giving signs with the right hand rather than giving numbers.
To right field, Hinsky moves in. Runners will hold, 2 outs. Nick Hundley doubled in a run in the 4th. 1 for 3 with a walk. The Pirates tied this game with 2 in the 6th. A 3-3 bottom of the 10th. Ball 1 to Nick. Padres have had only 1 hit since the 4th inning. It was an Adrian Gonzalez single in the 7th. The Pittsburgh bullpen has been very good tonight. Two and one. Adrian Gonzalez at second. Headley at first. 2-1 pitch. Pick one up after it and evens the count up.
You know, sometimes in a game like this, and I think it's natural. Guys maybe start getting a little froggy, you know. It's a 2-1 pitch. You want to end it. You want to get that knock to get that winning run across.
Got him looking. The Padres have now stranded 10. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters are scheduled for the Bucks in the 11th. It's the 8, 9, and 1 part of the order up for the Pirates here in the 11th. Moreno worked a scoreless 10th.
This also gets into the part of the ball game where relievers, I mean, you're going to go until your spot comes up in the order, right? Most likely.
Right, and the pitcher spot due up second in the bottom of the inning for San Diego. So Jason Jaramillo, the catcher to lead off, then a pinch hitter, Craig Monroe, and then to the top of the order in Morgan. Pretty good night for Jaramillo. 2 for 3, a double, and he's also walked once. Whose bullpen will blink first? Adrian will make the flip to Moreno. The San Diego pen did allow an inherited runner to score, but none of the bullpen has been charged with any runs of their own. And on the other side for Pittsburgh, their bullpen has not allowed any runs tonight. Ian Snell, the starter for the Pirates, went 5, allowed 3 runs. Kevin Correa went 5+ innings and allowed 3 earned runs for San Diego. Here's Craig Monroe pinch hitting for Burnett.
Well, according to my scorecard, only one position player left, and that's Diaz, right? For Pittsburgh?
You are correct. They've used Young, Vasquez, now Monroe. Not including McLeod, obviously, who could not.
Correct. I stand corrected.
Who was scratched because of a right oblique injury from the starting lineup. He was scratched tonight. Craig Monroe. Played last season with the Twins. Last year's came with the Tigers. Part of their World Series team in 2006. Off the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the Padres, you look at their bench, Burke and Blanco remaining. Of course, Blanco being the remaining catcher, so that means you're really looking at Burke to bat to pinch hit in the bottom of the inning. Out in front is Monroe on the change and strikes out.
Nice job by Moreno pulling the string. Oh, you can see it out of the hand, the changeup, and Monroe way out in front.
Back to the top of the Pittsburgh order, and Niger Morgan, the center fielder.
Hey, his foot's out of the box. Shake yourself. I'm going to say it until they bang somebody on it. But you got to put the ball in play. Right?
Yeah, he didn't make any contact there.
Can't even see the batter's box anymore. Well, we'll show it again. Watch his foot as he squares around right back at home plate, out of the box. And that's all I have to say about that.
Out into shallow left goes Luis Rodriguez. 2 solid innings of relief for Edwin Moreno. Rodriguez, and most likely Burke and Garrett. And 1 hitters due up. Mad Caps the closer for the Pirates in a non-save situation.
Okay, Matt Capps. Fastball slider change. Low 90s to mid 90s. This guy's around the plate also. So, with that said, the Padres should get some pitches to hit as he starts them off on the first pitch fastball in the inner half of the plate.
Luis Rodriguez has doubled and scored. 1 for 3 with an intentional walk. Chris Burke in the on-deck circle to bat for the pitcher next. Capps. And now the 6th Pirates pitcher of the game. 21 saves last year despite missing close to 2 months due to bursitis in his right shoulder. Look out. Rodriguez bailing out of there. And almost got him.
You could hear Luis on the field mics saying, hey, trying to get out of the way. And I think he tried to sell it like it hit his jersey maybe, because he kind of indicated to the home plate umpire that it hit my jersey. Kind of tough to tell though.
One and two on Luis.
Listen to Luis. Hi. That'll scare you.
I don't think he got the jersey though, or him for that matter. The 2-2 is inside and it's a full count. In the air to right field, and Hinsky. One out in the 11th, and Burke will bat for the pitcher Moreno. Takes ball one. Matt Capps has been tough as nails on the Padres in his career. Padres batters are career 1 for 18 against Capps. The only hit Padres hitters have against Capps, you may recall, was Scott Hairston. 3-run home run to lift the Padres to a 5-3 win. That was back September 19th of 2007. So other than that blemish, he has been rock solid against San Diego. 3-0 strike. A 1-out walk. Jordy 0 for 5. He's grounded out his last 2 times up, flied out his first 2, and also lined back to the pitcher in the 4th. That was a key play. Bases were loaded, 2 outs. Snell made the play, snagging the liner. Padres left the bases loaded in the 4th and 5th innings, only scored 1 run total in those 2 innings. Down the line and right. Hooking. Foul. Garrett flirting with ending the game right near the pole. Just foul.
Oh. Almost like at Citi Field, in New York. I mean, that ball was hit harder, but remember.
Jody homering as the first ever batter at Citi Field.
I thought that ball was hit so hard it didn't have time to hook foul, but he was out in front of it just a little bit.
Home run he hit to begin Citi Field, the lone one he has hit so far in 2009. Flirted with number 2 there, though. Close, but back is Burke. All the other baseball is over. We're here in the 11th. 3-3. Another check by Caps.
What's that, 3 in a row?
Yes. Long pause by Caps. Eventually, Garrett requests time, and it's granted. Caps steps off. Popped up. Third baseman LaRoche wants it for out number 2.
Oh, just a couple of feet, huh? Well, looking at the statistics for the catchers, Caps threw over there 3 times in a row. Jaramillo 1 for 3. And throwing out base runners in this early part of the season. So really not a good indication as far as seeing what he can do.
Here's Eckstein, who has tripled in 5 at-bats. Well, Caps is convinced that Burke may be on the move here. And now with 2 outs, perhaps that chance is more likely.
He's got a pretty decent lead over there at first base. Oh, he's leaning. He was leaning on that one.
.36 for 46 in his career. Just off the outside corner.
Well, you look at this matchup. Caps, he throws strikes. Eckstein, great back control. Holding the runner on first base. There's that huge hole. How about rattling around in that right field corner and watch Burke run? Smelling something.
Got a couple in his career. It's been almost 4 years since his last. Giles is the on-deck batter.
I love watching Eckstein hit. He's awesome, isn't he?
Always has a plan.
He is fun to watch.
There goes Burke. Pitches a strike, throw to second, skips into center field, but backing up is Wilson. It is a full count now on Eckstein.
See, that's what I mean. You look at that pitch to David Eckstein. It was 3-1, but it was right down the middle. But what Eckstein's thinking is, you know what? I want to get my guy into scoring position. He got a good jump. And David gives you such great at-bats. And now first base is open. Chance for Eckstein to drive him in. Now I'm guessing, just guessing, Jaramillo going out to Caps and saying, hey, dude, we got first base open. What do you want to do here? You want to throw him a breaking ball? You want to try to throw a fastball off the plate? You want to try to come up and in on him?
Full count on Eckstein. Big 3-2 pitch here from Caps.
Breaking ball. Fastball in.
And a walk to Eckstein. Well, it brings up Giles with 2 on, 2 outs here in the San Diego 11th. Couple of walks, officially 0 for 3. Oh, 1. Two walks in this inning issued by Caps. Here's the amazing part from Pittsburgh's standpoint. Pittsburgh pitching has walked 8 Padre hitters tonight, none of which have come around to score.
Wow.
Fastball inside. Ball and a strike. First inning of work for Matt Capps out of the Pittsburgh bullpen. The Pirates tied this game with 2 in the 6th to make it 3-3. Same score in the 11th. 1-2.
You can see Caps. His plan against Brian Giles, trying to pound him in consistently.
The heart of the order would be due up for the Pirates in the 12th. It looks like it would be Perdomo pitching for San Diego. The 1-2. On a play down the left field side. Jaramillo wants to talk it over with Caps. Pirates and Padres, the opener of this 3-game series. 3-3, bottom of the 11th. Couple of walks in this inning. 2 on, 2 outs. 1-2 count on Brian Giles. into right, base hit. Here comes Burke around third. He will score. San Diego wins it 4-3 in 11 on a Brian Giles walk-off base hit. Tenth run batted into the season for Brian Giles. The Padres in their 3-game losing streak and in the Pirates' 3-game winning streak.
And for a guy who's been struggling lately, Brian Giles comes through. Matt Capps tries to pound him inside, and you think everybody on that bench wanted Brian Giles to come through. There it is, the game winner. Everybody was up on that top step as Chris Burke with a great at-bat to draw that walk to come around and score the winning run.
Win number 10 on the season for San Diego as they take the opener of this 3-game series 4-3 in 11 innings. We'll take a timeout, come back with more. Brian Giles with the game winner in the 11th.